did you learn from your first game in the SEC that you hope to kind of be able to take forward?
Yeah, I think just kind of taking the moment. That's just something that Barrett Bannister told me. I asked him like some advice before the game. What he did, just coming into that kind of a big atmosphere, something new, and just learn how to take in the moment and not let the moment get too big, and just to remember that we're there. And it's just a football game at the end of the day.
Cody, you noticed the non-contact jersey yesterday. I seen you doing drills and stuff. You look fine, but is there any specific reason?
No, I'm fine. I think it's just kind of limit contact and just put some jersey on it, but put a different jersey on. So yeah, I'm 100%. So.
Was your phone blown up after the game? I mean, did you hear from a lot of people after you scored and everything?
Yeah, I had a ton of support, which was awesome to see. So it was just kind of cool to see just people supporting me and they're kind of behind me and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
Cody, kind of building off that, you mentioned taking in the moment. What specific things were when you're in a game like that? What were you looking toward? Are you looking towards friends and family, or when you hear that, what are some of those things that you need to slow down and that you're thinking about?
Yeah, so the thing I did was just Barrett told me just find a moment after we run out of the tunnel and just kind of like find a spot off by yourself, take a couple deep breaths, look around. I saw some family friends that was right behind the offensive bench, just kind of looked at them and just kind of just soaked in the whole moment, just kind of calm my nerves. And then after I did that, I was pretty ready to go to play. So.
How about after the game? Was there something, after it was all said and done that you kind of took to yourself, and when you took to yourself to realise, and let it set in a little bit?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing was just the new tradition that we're doing with I think if you guys saw us, we were doing the little song with the band. You see all kinds of like Notre Dame and all those like big football schools do that tradition. So I think that was something that's just cool. Just kind of I just sat there and, kind of took that in. I think another cool moment was just seeing my family come down to the field and, being able to take pictures with them because it's a dream of theirs as well to watch me play. So it was just kind of cool to share that moment with them.
What went through your head when you crossed that goal line?
Just kind of relief, just that was just like an amazing moment that, I'll never forget. And huge shout out to my O-line and tight end. If you guys watched the play, I didn't even barely get touched. I crossed the goal line, so it was huge for them. So.
What's the mental preparation like? You played in front of 50,000 fans last week here, but now you're going to be playing on the road against, guys who are not going to cheer for you.
Right.
What's the preparation this week for that?
Yeah, I think just kind of slow the game down. I'm just trying to watch more and more film and learn how to watch film. So then when I go out there, I'm just able to play more fast. Because at Truman, I watched some film, but it wasn't such a huge emphasis on watching film. I just kind of more went out there and played. So that's a huge side of the game that I'm starting to learn is how to watch film, how to break down different blitzes, and read the ends, read the linebackers. So make a couple better runs.
Cody, when did you find out that you'd be starting in week one, and what was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I never really knew. I knew we were just rotating. So when they said, "Hey, Cody, go out there in the first drive," it was just a cool moment. But any of us were deserving, to start that game, and I was happy that I was able to start it. But I think everybody played extremely well in that room, and the competition is high. So.
I was going to say, I guess improvements that you feel like you need to make from last week versus this upcoming versus K-State. You have a good defense line, good defense all around. What are some things you want to improve on this week?
Yeah, I think just learning outside zone, eyes and path, trusting the path, and just working on the speed of it and stuff like that, and recognizing blitz faster, recognizing when they're not blitzing, be able to get out and pass, and for Brady to have a check down and stuff like that.
Who are some of the people that have been helping you, teach you maybe how to watch film? You're saying that's been an emphasis for it.
Yeah, I think just in the running back room and in general, Coach Loop is just a tremendous coach. I've never really had a running back coach until I had one at Truman that was just kind of like a GA, grad assistant. And then this is like my real first coach. So just watching him diagnose film, break it down, how he does it. So now I'm able to go off on my own and, kind of do the same thing that how he teaches us when we have meetings and stuff.
Do you do a lot of that individually with Coach Luke, or is that a lot?
Yeah, it's usually just as like a team. And then I kind of go off with Brady sometimes, or just kind of off on my own. I got some free time and on my phone with and stuff like that to watch film.
Cody, I don't mean to make too much of this, but I mean, you're talking about, never really watched film, never had a specific position coach. Just how different a world is this from last year?
Yeah, it's a completely different world. Something I'm very grateful for because, like I said, I haven't really ever had a position coach. and just learning how to play the running back position, because usually in high school and at Truman, it was more just hand the ball, to Cody, and now I'm learning how to actually play running back and how to catch the ball out of the backfield, how to get open. Recognizing blitzes I think is huge for me, because I've never really been asked to, pick up blitzes before and really learn how to recognize certain blitzes and stuff like that. So I'm just extremely thankful to learn the game and trying to see where my game can go and elevate myself to, be the best person I can for my team.
Who are some of the teammates, whether on the running back room or just on the opposite, that you go to when you talk about watching film, catching the ball, like you go to for advice or trying to figure out whether it's being with this Missouri program or just your position?
Yeah, I think just in our position room, I think we are all helping each other. Nobody's, trying to keep information to themselves. I think that's just something that's amazing about our room. You can just tell the closeness and all that. If anybody's got questions, we always come off at their sideline after a play or something like that, ask questions. So I think just our room in general is just an amazing atmosphere to, be able to elevate each of us in the game and at practice.
And what do you think has been the most impactful thing you've really taken away or learned so far? And granted, it's really early in the season.
In football,
Yeah,
specific?
in football, or like something that you feel like you were able to gain from just talking among the running back room just early on.
Yeah, I think I just keep going back to blitz pickup. I think that's just something that I've been trying to learn the most of, because I think that's something for my role, especially that I can hopefully help the team in that sense of the game, that part of the game. So that's something that I think I've just kind of been picking at people's brains, learn how to read defenses and stuff like that.
Is there been a lot of that this week, especially considering Felix on the other side at defense end, talking about getting not blitz pickup, but just help chipping maybe on the edges and things like that?
I think they're a great defense, and we're just ready to go and ready to play. So.
I know it's one game, but I mean, you and Nate Pete, how do you guys complement each other's running styles?
I think that's more not really a question that I can really answer. I think that's more just whoever's in the game, whoever whoever can just play the best and whoever can help the team win. And I think it's just important to know your role. So whenever one of us is called, Nate's a great leader, great competitor, and so I think he's just, So.
I think he has the most game experience of anyone in the running back room at the Division I level. What does that help you with? What's he been able to bring to your game with?
Yeah, I think just experience, because he, especially with us going on the road, I had just been asking him questions because he knows how to travel, especially at this level. So that's something I just been asking him advice on, specifically with this, my first time really traveling and doing this whole big travel day in a Division I level.
What was a road trip like at Truman?
Yeah, 16-hour bus rides. So I remember we went to Davenport, Michigan, and then we went to Wayne State, Michigan, back to back. I think those were both 16-hour bus rides with no AC, and it was fun. Definitely team bonding. So that was good.
Coach Strink talked about last week, or just the other day, about how the 3-3-5 can kind of be confusing, especially for a quarterback, because it looks like a zone. It looks like Brady will have time to throw, maybe involved in the pass rush game. How is it kind of unique and different for a running back? What are some things you're looking for just overall, whether it's you running the ball, pass blocking, receiving?
Yeah, I think just trusting the O-line is going to be huge for us. Just trusting that they're going to, pick up who they need to pick up, and we just read those blocks, and we'll just be able to run.
I know you've only been here for time, but I mean, this Kansas State game means a lot. There's a lot to prove with this program going into this game. But how have you seen the preparation change from week 1 to week 2?
Yeah, I think every game is important, and this is just another, a step in our journey to being 1-0. Preparation never changes on who you play, really, and we're just thinking about executing on Saturdays, and we're preparing the same like we would, for a week. And this is also, I'm new to all this, so I don't really know how the, preparation goes throughout the season. So.